Hello everyone, my name is Dimitri. I'm a current student at the Flatiron School and I'm working on a CLI project and I'd like to discuss it with you and show you around. So here are the three classes I have. The first one is a CLI, the second one is Urgent Care Center, and the third one is the API. App is called the Urgent Care Center Finder, right? So let's run the program. We run it like that. So we go into the bin file and we run the UCC file. Okay? So it asks the user, which is me right now, what's my name? And before that, it sends a welcome message. Welcome to the Urgent Care Center Finder app. Right? And I write my uniquely written name, Dimitri. It says, it's a pleasure to meet you, Dimitri. Where would you like to find an urgent care center, right? And it's not asking for the planet, it's asking for a zip code or a city or a full address, right? We're gonna put a zip code, right? My zip code, 1374. Not assuming because my name. We'll put enter, and we're gonna get a nice list of 20 results. And the list, as you see, is in bold, and so we have 20 options right now. Also, we have a message that's basically stating pick a number that you'd like more information about, or type the word list to see this list again, or to exit the program, type exit and exit sayonara style. So let's pick an example. Number one. So this is the first choice. It displays a message that it has 285 reviews and the average rating is 4.0. Contact info is in bold. There's the address and there's the phone number, and same message appears. Also, we should note that if a user, or if I, in this example, type a number that's not 1 through 20, we would see an error. Like for instance, if we write the blackjack number, 21, it says, whoops, I didn't get that, try again. So basically, enter 25 cents to continue. Okay, so now let's write down how it works. Oh, of course, also, sorry, if we write exit, it says, thank you for using Urgent Care Center Finder. Yep. And now let's go over it. So, like I mentioned, I have a CLI class, an Urgent Care Center class, and an API class. And they all work together, like the three musketeers. One and one for all. So it starts here. It presents a message. Welcome to the Urgent Care Center Finder app. Asks for the name. This gives us the ability to ask and store the name. Chom removes the next line if it's put like a nil, for instance. And then it stores it in an instance variable that is going to call patient name. We interpolate it here, and it states that it's a pleasure to meet you, and the name goes here. If I put Dimitri, this is Dimitri here. Then these three methods are pulled in order, starting with set location, which is right here. So what happens here is it puts out a message, where would you like to find an urgent care center? It gives us the ability to ask a question, and it stores the user's response in the instance variable application. And so, and then it uses this instance variable as an argument in this class method called load by location. The class is a urgent care center. So a class method can be only called on a class. Okay? So, and this is the argument that we're passing in. Okay? So let's look at the path method. So this is the method we call, right? This location is basically this, right? So what happens over here, the we go to the other musketeer, the other class API, the API class, and we call the class method Yelp search with the string urgent care center, and we put the location as passed in and here. Right. So let's explore the API class. Right. So what happens over here is there's a term and there's a location. So this is the term that we're putting in, and the location, as I mentioned, is from here. Right? And so what happened is this constant is this. That's the we use for the API request, and the search path is this over here. It's an endpoint. What we want to use to um, to specify our method, how we want to find something, because there are like various ways, right? And the params, as short for parameters, so we have a term, and location, because that's how it works. We use HTTP authenticate. The API key goes here. It's securely saved locally, and this gets passed in, and then we parse the JSON response, and we select businesses out of that. Okay, that's a extremely brief explanation. Okay, so then the whole response from this is stored in location-based search results. Then it gets even more confusing. So what happens then? We call upon the create from search results method, class method, because it's called on the class. And what's stored here is used as an argument inside here, right? And the response of this whole thing is stored in the class variable at all. Okay, so let's explore this. Okay, so we have this. So the search result is an array of hashes, right? And what's that word? So it interpolates it. What's that word I'm looking for? Iterate, right? So it takes this argument, and it iterates over each one. So the search result, it's an array of hashes, right? So we take each hash here, right? This uses the hash that's passed in. It's an array of hashes, and for each one, we create a new instance from it, right? And then we return this transform array. So let's go back. But then what happens is we list the centers like you saw. We use that all to select all, and then we do each with index. We make it start from the first one. And there are two temporary variables here. So it goes number, the period, that bold, and followed by the name. Right? So also we should know that this bold method, it's not built in. It's from this work of art. So after this is complete, we get this method called, right? Like we mentioned before. So it asks for choice. The choice is listed with this. And we use this get.strip, which removes the white spaces, and it stores their input in this instance variable. Okay? Then it checks if the input is valid, meaning if it's a number between 1 and the length of the array. So basically, like we had 1 through 20, checks if it's 1 through 20. Of course, it converts it to a number because the response of our get.strip is always a string, and we have to convert it to a number. Okay? And if it's true, it displays the stuff of the location that they wanted, which is this. Okay? If it's not, it says a different message like we saw. This one. Okay? So that's a brief summary of my app. And, so if a person types exit, we have a method called goodbye. Thank you for using Virgin Care Center Finder, and I also have a bold here. Also over here, the \n, I made it so it's nicely spaced out. Okay. The display details uses the argument UCC signer, and it accesses the name attribute, the review count, and the rating. Okay. So this is how that sentence is formed. I put here an empty string, so it gives me a space, so it's easier for the user to read. Okay, if you have any questions, answers, compliments, um, I didn't explain too well. Um, yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. Again, my name is Dmitry Maliev, and I'm a student at the Flatiron School. I love it. Um, and yeah, I look forward to chatting. I look forward to meeting. I look forward to corresponding. Yeah. Wanted to say a special thanks to all the staff of Flatiron and all the great classmates I have. It's an awesome cohort. You know, I have a great team leader, Dakota Martinez, and I also we have Valerie. I can't think of, can't remember the last name. And yeah, everyone's super helpful. And yeah, if you're thinking about going to Flatiron, don't think twice. Okay, maybe 1.5 times is okay, but yeah, thank you.